Right on this picture. Okay, oh, after it. Yeah, thanks. People over online, can you guys hear me? People over online, can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, you join our right? Uh, People over online, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. I can hear you, sir.
If you guys can hear me, just put a thumbs up in the chat so that I can know my audio is an issue. Yeah, so my audio is an issue. Can someone talk now? Is someone talking?
Yes, sir. Hello. I can.
Yes, Surya, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, guys. Good morning, guys. Okay, just a ground check. How many of you guys have already know Power BI? You guys started. So you guys are, you know Power BI. Okay. Either yes or no? Yes. Or maybe. Okay. Okay. Any other guys? Power BI. How many guys are in the pursuit of getting into data analytics? Everyone? Someone is like, no, I want to get into only data science. Someone is like, no, I want to get into AI, Gen AI, agentic AI, or data analytics. Everyone data analytics? I just want to know you guys well so that I can converse very well. Okay. So I just want the session to be interactive. Anyone can come and give this PPT, or you can go to ChatGPT, or you can go to Google, and you can get this knowledge, or you can go to YouTube. Someone better than me can explain this. So what I bring to this table is that I have from 5+ years of experience in data analytics. I'm from a banking and logistics domain. I've worked in more than 5 or 6 domains in the data analytics, and I'm a business graduate. So I'm not a technical guy. How many non-technical guys here? Okay. So I'm not a technical guy. I'm a non-technical guy who worked in an investment banker, and yeah, I'll tell more about me. But so what you could get from the session is that not the tech stack, but how to prepare, how to get into, and we'll also talk about this. PPTs I can just run through in 5 minutes. But since we have a better crowd here, I just want you guys to be interactive, or I can just run the PPT, tell something, and I can go. We can go. We all can go to Rameshwaram Cafe and eat some good lunch, and we can leave. Okay. So be as interactive as you can. Okay. So if you guys have doubt, stop then and there. If you guys want me to challenge some questions, stop then and there. Okay. People who are online, you guys can hear me, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, we can hear
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, so even you guys, if you have any questions, just stop me there. And over in online also, how many guys you know Power BI?
We haven't started yet. We are in data science coaching, so Power BI is yet to come.
Okay, okay, then that's a good thing. I'll give a walkthrough, and we'll. So I'll keep it. This is going to be a agenda. I'll just show what I have prepared as a PPT, just a general knowledge, and we'll just talk more about the market situations, and we'll go to the real hackathon. Okay. I've been told that most of you guys have already got your problem statements and been working on an hackathon. Am I correct? Or the people who at least work in the Power BI? Yes or no? You got it. Okay. Oh, people in online, has someone got the hackathon challenge already in Power BI? Or you guys are new to Power BI? Okay, no one in the people who are online got the hackathon. Can I assume that? Okay. Okay, let's start. Thanks for the thumbs up, Parvati. Okay. This is me. My name is Jaya Surya. I'm from Chennai. Okay. And I'm a commerce graduate, graduated from Loyola, and I am experienced in banking and logistics domain. As I said, I started my career as an investment banker for ICICI Bank, and I worked in sales and marketing over there. So during COVID, I had to step back and join a logistics firm. Over there, I worked in BD as a marketing guy, customer engagement. And during the second wave of COVID, I decided myself that I'm done with this. Let me get into data analytics. Okay. So I got into data analytics. I did a professional course, like what you guys are doing here. A more like a more tedious professional course in Great Lakes, Chennai. And over after that, I joined. I've come to Hyderabad for my work and career. Okay. So this is about me. And to tell more about me as a personal thing, so I'm very passionate in storytelling. Okay, I'm very passionate in storytelling, and I also write novels, and I'm fond of writing short stories in Tamil and English, and I try to get into acting. I tried, okay, but the industry doesn't allow me. So they want people with a better air, I guess. Okay, so this is about me. Okay, why data visualization? Simple. Year to year. Is this better or is this better? Why? Over here, we can say the same thing that apples are better thing. Over here, we can say the apples are better thing. Why we prefer the visuals? Easily thinking. The comparison is more easier and it is time saving to understand the data. Time saving. If when I came here, 20 minutes you guys were looking at me, and you guys were looking at me, what this guy is doing, cannot even get into Zoom. This is the office laptop, so I cannot get into Zoom as easy as possible. Okay. So everyone wants to save time this year, and no one wants to get into the deep down, because if I spend this for another 2 minutes, my session 2 minutes is gone. But I can look at this as apple is better than orange. Time saving. Okay. And why you guys are what you guys are doing here for the people. Let's say you guys got into a job. What are you gonna do? For someone in some part of the world, you guys gonna save their time as a consultant, as a working professional. You go volume, huh? Okay. Okay. As someone, as some professionals, consultant, analytics persons, data analytics, you guys gonna save someone's time, right? I saved someone's time, so they like me, they kept me, and I'm here to explain you guys what's happening in the market. So you guys always have to always think in a eye level, how to convey something to someone in eye level, then go deep down. And next thing, what you guys can bring out of this by looking at this slide, what you guys can say, what apart from apples being thing, Is there a story here? Yes. Visualization is all about storytelling. Let's say someone like a big storytelling, someone like a small storytelling. It's like a movie, right? What movie you like doesn't mean that I don't have to like it. Whatever movie I like, you don't have to like it. So it depends on everything. But at the end of the day, we all like movies, right? And we all like stories. Data visualization should be always a storytelling. Only then you can have your audience. Okay. So as I told in a previous slide, now why I chose data visualization, business intelligence, I like storytelling. So I'm here. Okay. I just want to give a intro about Power BI. Uh, Power BI started in 2015. It was earlier a standalone tool. Then Microsoft kind of got into it, and it's now this year, last month, we celebrated 10 years of Power BI. Okay. So why Power BI? That I'll be explaining this, but connect, transform, and we can analyze millions of rows. This is a Gardner tool. This is a 4 quadrants. This 4 quadrants can be applied in everything in your life. Okay. Leaders, challenges, niche players, visionaries. Okay. Leaders are always leaders. Who are the top in the market? Let's say challenges. Let's take a tech industry here in India. Who do you think the leaders in tech in India? Okay, let's take a world. Google, Microsoft, all the FANG companies. So they are the leaders. Who are the visionaries? Freshworks, right? So there are companies like become a unicorn, started from India and gone to the US and become a unicorn companies, right? So what I'm trying to say is that Microsoft Power BI has been a leader for last 6 years. And nevertheless, Tableau has always been a second place in last 6 years. How many guys you know are aware of Tableau here? Tableau is a tool, but has anyone used Tableau? Once. Okay. Tableau is a Japanese tool. It was earlier. Then Salesforce acquired it. Okay, now it's a part of a Salesforce product, but Tableau is a more best equivalent product of Power BI. And we have something called ClickView. Okay. Anyone know what is a data visualization tool which built from India is being challenging all this? Anyone know the name of it? There's something called ThoughtSpot. ThoughtSpot something built in India and it's growing rapidly. Understand this. Technologies can come, tools can change, but concepts remain the same. This last 10 years and this next 10 years, Power BI is going to be a top. But after 10 years, some other tool can come. So you guys, let's say back then, even in JavaScript, people did data analysis. Even in JavaScript, people analyzed data. But right now, Python. Now Python is not a good to know things and all. Python is a mandatory. Python is like a what subject you learned in school. People have gone to PySpark. People have gone to some other languages. People have gone to Julia. People have gone to Scala. People are not even depending on the languages. People are want to build a Gen AI or agentic AI and give a code to them, and it will give a code and it can save a time. Okay, so languages can change, but concepts remain the same. Data analytics concepts remain the same. Okay, any doubts till now? Whatever I said, or you guys have difference of opinion? No, Surya, you are wrong. I think this is what I think. Anyone has that point? You can be as open as possible. Okay. So this is the Power BI versions we got. Power BI files we have, like different versions of Power BI we have. We have Power BI Service in mobile, which is an online version. We have Power BI Desktop, which is predominantly what we use in the desktop. We have Power BI Report Builder, and we have Power BI Report Server. So what is the difference between Report Server and the Service Desktop and Report Builder? Has anyone Googled about it? You guys all know that what today's hackathon is all about, right? Someone told data visualization. Am I right? So what is the first thing that you expected me to talk here? On Saturday, why do we have hackathon? Aram say we can sit in a home. Is that a thought, or what do you guys wanted to learn from this data visualization? What do you guys thought of? I'll be explaining rather than me going my flow. What do you guys wanted to learn from this? Sorry. Anyone?
Started in this field. How can someone explore more more in this field?
In data visualization. Okay.
In data analytics.
Okay. Anyone else?
What is the scope of learning this?
PowerBI. Okay.
On corporate works.
Okay. Next one. Okay. So I'm in a right flow. I'll complete what I wanted to tell, and I'll come and attend everyone's question. Okay. So PowerBI service is online version. I told you desktop is what we operate in the as a software we download and we build it. And report builder is something that, like, say you have seen some invoices, right? You go to a store, if you go to a Kirana store, you get the invoices, right? PowerBI can design it, and every time you want something to export, Excel or PDF, PowerBI can help you to design it with a better data modeling, with a better designs, with a better dynamic way. Okay? And report server is something that, let's say, why am I not able to log into Zoom? Why it took a lot of time? Office laptop? Okay, why office laptop? What's the problem?
Security issue.
Security. Security. Okay. We have advanced a lot. Let's say for last two, when I started data science, and now what is it? We have advanced a lot. And what also we advanced in security. People have raised a major concern security. Why was I not able to log into Zoom? Is that my organization doesn't allow me to log into Zoom. Okay. So report server is something that it's been installed locally in your company. The server will be installed locally in your company. Okay. And you can use on top of it. Let's say that I have a hard disk. I have a pen drive. I have a memory card. I have a something. I have any other storage device here. And I have a Google Drive. Which one is easy to use? But why should I copy? I can always lose it hard disk, right? I can just share the file, keep it in Google Drive. Whenever I want, I can bring it, right? That is cloud. Easy to use, no maintenance. Okay. Someone has to, any one professional can maintain it and everyone can use it. The storage, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to carry it, but which is secured. If it can stays with you, it can stay with you. No one can have an access for it unless you give it to someone. That's the difference between the cloud and the on-premises. That's what we say in the corporate terms as on-premises cloud. Okay, cloud infrastructure on-premises. On-premises something that physically. Cloud is that it's not physical. But you can ask me, okay, we put it in cloud, but even that needs storage, right? How do you guys think that it'll operate like the way? Okay. No, yeah. But even when you put in the cloud, you see in everyone's Google Drive, it's 15 GB data. It's free. But that 15 GB data stays, like, where is it stored?
In the virtual space in the servers.
Okay. How does that virtual space and server got created?
So it has a location of server somewhere like in like for example, if you are using any cloud server like Google, it has like some database centers there. They have a lot of data like servers.
And please share it with me. Last time I didn't get it.
Okay.
It's called data center. Thanks for that. I'm not sure who. Couldn't see the name. Who's it?
I'm sure.
Who? Sure. Yeah, it's
Sure,
called data center. Data center. Hyderabad is one of the major data center in India. What is data center? So all these cloud people, they build a physical place like the building like here, right? They build a data center somewhere in the world, and all your cloud, the storage cloud files you store, it will get stored over there. Okay. Let's say I work in India. My client works in US. I prefer my client prefers to store all the data in cloud, and a data center should be only in US. It should not flew the way to India. They should not, because data is sensitivity, right? Data is very sensitive. So when I operate here and try to access the data which has been taking it from US, like imagine the way it travels from there to me in system. What is that called? That's called latency. Please note it because please note it. Something called latency. What is latency is that the time of delay. Let's say when I open a file, it'll at least take 10 seconds or 11 seconds. That 11 seconds, it's accessing from India to there and there to here. That is something called latency. Okay. So that is called report server on premises. Yeah. Report builder is like a desktop. It's a software that you download, use it in your desktop. Okay, but report builder is mostly used for the exportable version. It's same, but the usage will be different. Okay, the usage will be different. Let's say that PowerBI desktop, I can build a big good dashboard. But this one, my limitations are I can only build something called exportable or a simple design or how to say like invoices, right? You go on to shop and buy an invoice. The invoice is a formatted. Did you ever see an invoice in a fancy way? So that's the problem with the report builder. But it's been used wide rangely only for the exportable version.
Pages and the
We have pages. Let's say that I store data of all of you. Okay. And let's say insurance company, that's the best example. Okay. I have all your case sheets. And I want to export Jaya Surya's case sheet. What I'll do, I go to a Power BI report builder, I build a case sheet. I'll have all everyone's data. I'll just slice, filter Jaya Surya and I'll export it. So to the click of a button, I can export. So I just want to don't go deep because many of it is a very first session of Power BI. Okay. So what are some other Power products and Power platforms we have? So there's something called Power Pivot and Power Query. How many of you guys used Power Pivot and Power Query? Okay, 2, 3. Yeah. Everyone used Power Query because it's part of Excel. Okay. Everyone used Power Query because it's also part of Excel, but no one tried it. Data modeling. Power Apps. Has everyone thought of it? So what I'm trying to say here is that if you guys if something that you're hearing the first time, note it. So that when you are free, you can research about it, you can think about it. Everything. I'll tell you how. Okay. So what is Power Apps? A low code, no code platform where you can build a proper app. You don't have to write the React, you don't have to write the code, languages, JavaScript code and all. It's simple function language where you can build a Power Apps with most of the clicks and drags. I can show that some of the apps are later. Are still writing it up? And something called Copilot Studio. Everyone knows Copilot, right? Copilot Studio is something better than that. You have to give the prompts, and it'll take care of the building the app. It'll take care of building the interface. Okay. And Power Automate. Why in corporate someone wants to learn what's everything in corporate, right? In every projects, what you guys are getting into, let's say you guys recruited, in every project, you guys write a Python pipeline. You guys write a SQL store procedures. You guys write a Power BI dashboard. You guys build a Power BI dashboard. What is the main goal of this? To automate the process. You guys gonna automate everything. Power Automate is a tool which will help you to design a flow. Let's say I'm getting an email, and today you guys are coming into this thing, you're getting a junk email. You every time you are frustrated to delete the junk email, or you are like you moving that junk email from inbox to junk folder. It's a manual procedure. You can tell the Power Automate that you can set a flow that if wordings like this, if it's a spam email, if it's a potential of spam or junk, move it to the junk folder automatically. You can write the flow. Okay. And let's say that tomorrow we all are working together. Let's say imagine we all working together in the same company. Okay. You want to get an approval of building a dashboard or submitting a dashboard. Okay. You will raise the approval request. Once I approve, only then you will have access to for the folder to submit. So this is automate flow. So Power Automate you can write a flow which can automate your day-to-day process. Okay. People over online, any questions, any issues till or any doubts till whatever I told now? Is my flow good? Am I too slow? Am I too fast? Am I not even good of explaining few things? You guys don't even understand something? You can tell me anything. It's clear. Okay. So pricing and licenses. So there are three kinds of licenses here in Power BI. One is Power BI Pro, and another is Power BI Premium per user, and another thing is Power BI per capacity. So Power BI Pro is a $10 per month, where an individual can get a Power BI Pro license and work onto it. Okay, so $10 is how much? Okay, $20 is almost around the same thing of 1,600 to 2,000 rupees, right? So these are individual users, but when it goes to per capacity, it's an organization license where if let's say that we all want to use Power BI, we all in the same company, we all going to use the Power BI to view the reports. Not necessary that everyone's going to build it, but everyone want to consume it, view it. Let's say that whatever dashboards I built, it's your day-to-day life to see to do it. Let's say we all working in a finance company or a stock market company. Because stock market company, every day the data changes, right? Every hour the data changes, right? So automatically I build a Power BI, but you all want to see. Doesn't matter, doesn't require that you all want to buy a pro license. If you all buy a pro, let's say 30 people here, 30 into $300 you want to spend. Let's say we have 1 lakh people in our organization, 1 lakh into 10, that goes heavy, right? Instead of that, you can buy a $5,000 of power capacity license. Everyone, no matter whatever limit, everyone in our company gets the access to view. But if you want to develop the dashboard, you need to get a pro license. You still have to get a pro license if you want to develop the report. Okay. You can ask me, Surya, I'm very new to Power BI, but do I need to know these things? Why are you terrifying me with the costing and all, something that I don't want to remember? Interviews, people expect you guys to know this. Interviews, people are expecting you guys to know what are the power platforms. People are expecting what are the tools that version is working in. Okay, so that's the reason I'm telling this. In interviews, people are expecting this. Okay, and mainly people are expecting what are the Power BI file types. Like what is the format of the Word document? .docx. What are the format of your Python files?
IPYNB.
So, what is the full form of IPYNB? Wait. Anyone? Raise the answer. What is the full form of .ipynb? Yeah, Python notebook, yes. What is the I? People who are online? So integrated Python notebook, that's the format you use in your Jupyter notebook files. Jupyter, VS Code, your notebook files. But when you make into a Python files, what's the format of it? .py. Okay. So there's a difference between like that. You guys always have to know the file types of whatever you use. So for the Power BI, we majorly use PBIX. Okay. What PBIT and PBIDS are? PBIT is that I can build visuals. I can just share the design to someone, but that doesn't have a data into it. Let's say what scenarios this will follow. This would be a best situation to just share the PBIT file. I just want someone to look at my designs, not my data, because data is a sensitivity data. I just don't want to share my data. It's still in the design process. It's still in development process. If I want to just share it to someone, just share the file with the PBIT. Let's say that I work with the developers like me. I do some data modeling. I'm doing some transformation in my file. In that way, I don't care of the PBIT. I can share the PBIDS, data source connection. Okay. And what is a PBIX? PBIX is a both version of the PBIT and PBIDs. Now I have a question for you. It's a normal question. For people who already use Power BI, you can also answer. I'm just throwing a question to you. Let's say I have a 50 MB of Excel file. An Excel file with the 50 MB is huge, to be honest. Okay. I import that to Power BI. Now, what will be the size of my Power BI file? PBIX file. Okay. So it will be higher than 50 MB. Sorry? Who said?
Yes, loading in Excel.
Okay, what will happen?
Less.
What does it do? It will compress the data. Why? But you imported the data, right? Even that data is a storage, right? You store the data in Power BI right now, right? So why it is compressing? First of all, you guys agree to its point? This is an interview question. No, nothing like that. There's something called back engine of, let's say in SQL, what is the order of execution? From it will go and fetch the table. Okay. So there's a back engine works in a SQL, right? And let's say you're joining the thing, there will be a multiple processing. It will not like a sequential. It will be parallel, right? Same thing Power BI, something called vertipack engine backside. It will compress the data, and your Power BI will just at least compress 50% of the size. Whenever you guys are free, try this. Okay. Let's say even if it's a 5 MB of Power BI file, it's kind of a huge. Okay. Okay. Now we get into a proper data analytics term and data visualization term. Okay. Now these are the must known concepts of data visualization. Data normalization. How many data normalization forms we have? So majorly we know till 3 and F. But still, now the challenges now we are facing, even the 4 or 5 is not enough. It's going a lot. Okay. Relationships, not boyfriend girlfriend relationships. Okay. So something that I'll show in Power BI, how one data set, one table is related to another table. Okay. types of schemas. Star, snowflake schemas. Okay. And downstream. What do you guys mean by downstream? No. There's something called, consider this as a homework. Okay. After this hackathon. Okay. There's something called upstream and downstream. Try to get a grasp of this. Okay. And cardinalities. I'll show you what a cardinality is here. Okay. So this is the star and this is a snowflake. What's the difference between star and snowflake here?
Right.
It's just that star is much less in complex and snowflake is very, very complex indeed. In star, we have one fact tables, we have multiple dimension tables. Okay. And every one is connected directly. Okay. And that is all your hackathon is all about. The PowerBI hackathon is all about that only. In snowflake, you'll have one fact table, one dimension table, and multiple sub-dimension table. Can someone give an example for this and this? With all the data analytics knowledge you have. Even people who are online can think of this. Can someone give the example of star and snowflake? At least star.
Only unique data stored in tables. Only unique data are stored in dimension table.
What do you mean by unique?
Unique means like customers.
Mhm.
Customer name, customer ID is unique. That is stored in dimension.
So is that a normalized data or denormalized data? Normalized data. Correct. So what he said is correct. All the things, all the columns that you can measure, okay, you can write a formula on, calculate it, will be stored in a fact table. Let's say a sales data set. It will be a fact table where the transactions happening is a fact table. Where your dimension table will be customers table. All the unique customers will be there. Your store table, all your stores will be here. All your region table, country table, products table, categories table. That is called data normalization. This is a proper data normalized data model. Only in textbook you will get it like this. In real world, this is a scenario. Snowflake is a scenario. Okay, where you will get the fact table, you'll get store table, you'll get a substore table, customer, customer consumer table, customer supplier table. So you'll be, I would say, without experience, this is something very tough for you guys. Okay, but understand this. Even in today's interview, people expect you to know this. Not just know this, people expect you to build, experience this. Okay. And this is something called cardinalities, what I was explaining. One to one, one to many, one to one, and many to many. What do you, okay. Anyone here tell me what is one to many? One customer, many orders. Correct. Super. And one to one is it one customer, one order. Okay. And many to many is it? Okay, but many customers, why it's then many table? What's your name, ma'am? Mahita. Mahita, in first case, one to many will be like Magita's customer table, Magita's name, Magita's record will be only once, unique data. But Magita placed multiple Amazon orders. That will be a one to many. Let's say one to one. Okay. Magita's name, Magita's details in customer table can be only once. Okay. Magita's country is only one, right? Magita is not living in two countries. So one to one. Okay. Now many to many. Okay. Magita's transactions are many. Magita's bank account is also many. Agita's credit card is also many. Unless and until we have a unique identifier. This is something very important. Okay, you can note it off. Unique identifier, primary key, foreign key. This is where it all comes. And I'm pretty sure everyone here knows unique primary key, foreign key.
Yes, sir.
Okay, everyone knows your SQL. Can I assume that?
Yes, sir.
Everyone knows your SQL. Everyone has done the joining, subquery, right? So this is where your unique identifier, your primary key, your foreign key, your composite key, everything will play here. Any questions, people in online? Okay. Coming with the industry that someone asked me that how corporate works, right? And coming on to how the corporate expects you to work. Okay. This is from my experience. I can be wrong, I can be correct. I can be the part of majority people, I can be part of minority people. Okay. But this is a standardized. Any task you get into it, hackathon, your learnings, your knowledge building, any task, start with a goal. What is your end goal? That end goal can be pushed or pulled. It can change, but without an end goal doesn't work. You guys doesn't have to work. Let's say at the end of this hackathon, from next time's hackathon, your question will be that what am I getting from this? What is the end goal of the hackathon? That will be your first question. Okay. And if I'm giving some hackathon, what am I gaining from this? Always have a quantified goals and quantified measures. What am I getting from this? What am I gaining from this? Okay, think of that. Only then your destination will be fixed. And try to keep it simple. Take one step at a time if you're not able to solve it in a thing. Okay, take one step at a time. Know your data. This is where something I want to talk about. So most of you guys, looking at your data, let's say when someone share your data, you'll be looking at Excel or CSV file, right? What is the very first thing when you receive the file? What is the very first thing that you do? Okay.
In which format it is saved?
Which format it is saved?
CSV or Excel.
CSV or Excel. Okay. Next one.
Or complex.
Complexity. Okay. Someone said.
Or symbols.
What are the objectives of the columns, objectives of the rows? Okay. Relationships. Straightly finding mistakes. Yes. Okay. Errors, duplicates. Okay. Okay. Next one. Over here, someone can talk. Very silent. I'm audible, right? And am I making sense? No sense. Any issues with all people? Is you guys fine with it? Okay. What else you guys do when you get a data set? What else will do? What else you notice? Next.
Numerical and the categorical columns.
Next. People who are online, when you get a data set, what will you guys will do? What is the first thing that you try to understand the data? Correct. But when you get in Excel, you assume it's a structure, right? Okay. Someone said something I missed. Sorry. You said something now? Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Anything?
What information?
Okay. People who are online, anything? Which type of schema? But how do you decide it's star or snowflake? By looking at the data immediately. Let's say there is only one data set, one tab. There's no point of normalize or denormalize. Once you get into a data modeling exercise, only you can think of a normalize or data normalize. Okay, how many months that you guys have been to this data analytics? 0 to 5, someone? 6 months? It's been a month. For some,
4.5.
4 months, 5 months. Someone? 3 months. So can I bracket everyone as a 0 to 6 months? Is someone being more than 6 months? Develop an exercise of data mining. Okay, what do you mean by data mining? Getting into your data, making your hands dirty. Okay,
Extracting any experiences.
getting it. So first thing what she said is when I get an Excel file, I'll be looking at a file size. A CSV file, I'll be looking at a file size. If it's more than 2-3 MB, I'll be like, I'm not interested in looking at this data. But I'll be forced to look into this data. Okay, I'll get into it. And so what he said is that number of rows and number of columns. Okay, why do I look into number of rows and number of columns? If the rows is more than 2 lakhs, 1 lakh, and if a column is more than 100 columns, I'm already lost interest. Then it's not a point of excitement. It is a point of disappointment. Arey yaar, how will I look into this data? How will I దీన్ని ఎలా చూసి దీన్ని ఎలా కనిపెట్టి దీన్ని ఎలా how do I know that, right? That point I'll be getting. If it's some 20 to 30,000, some 20 columns, I'll be like, my day is done. I can analyze this in day. So that excitement I'll get it, right? But in most of the corporate companies, in their clients, they'll be sharing you the dump of 10 years, 12 years, 15 years data. Columns, we are not sure. Something it could be 10 to 20 or 50 to 60 columns. But rows will be like lakhs. Okay. See, what according to you, what is a big data? What is a big data according to you? It's company data. Getting it?
SQL content.
Okay. Big data doesn't have definition. Whatever the 10 years before so-called big data is not even a big data right now. Okay. Yeah, but let's say, according to you, a million records is a big data or not? It's no. It's not a big data. Million records is not a big data. If someone comes and gives you a PowerBI exercise and asks you to build a report with a million records, if you say this is a huge, they're gonna mock you, they're gonna laugh at you, because million records is not a big data at all. 10 lakh rows is not a big data. The only limitation, Excel can handle only 10 lakh rows. Doesn't mean that 10 lakhs is a big data. Okay, and what's according to you big data, a billion records from a big data right now may not be a big data in next 10 years, because the technology will be advanced so well that you can easily access those 10 records. Okay, so the big data definition will just keep on going, and you have to accommodate to that advancement. So put your audience first. Okay, why did I ask you guys? I was just asking about you guys before starting the session, right? How many of you guys know the Power BI here? How many guys you know? Because I want to know my audience, or I can just come and blabber something and then go. I'm fine. I can just, this is just a 2 hours waste of time for me, a 2 hours waste of time for you. But what are we getting it from there? Unless and until you know your audience, let's say, who am I presenting it to? Am I presenting it to my juniors? Am I presenting it to my colleagues, my same level? Or am I presenting it to my senior people? If it's my senior people, if I give a big story, they will not be interested because they don't have time. For my same level of people, I'll just know what they need to be told. That's it. Hey, this is a problem. This is a solution. Do work on it. But for my juniors, I have to sit with them, tell very deeply. Only then they'll understand this. So, and let's say if it's for my client, if for my customers, if I tell them the issue very clearly, if I just keep on telling the issues, they will not have a trust on me. Right? They have to give them a solution where they can believe, okay, this guy knows what's the problem is that, and this guy knows the solution to work on. Only then they'll have some confidence and trust in me. Let's say during the hackathon, I'll just give you a go. Tomorrow you're showing it to someone, you're just telling the problems, but not telling the solutions. How would someone get some confidence in you? Okay. And be media sensitive. What do you mean by be media sensitive? Know which device you're gonna work, know which platform you're gonna work. Know, let's say for ChatGPT, is there a security concern in ChatGPT? Is your date, whatever prompts you're giving, is it secured?
The data is being shared.
Let's say you're working in a company. If you use ChatGPT, what will be a problem?
The company sensitive data will be known by the chat.
The client can sue you, the company can sue you, your career will be lost. And it has happened. I have fired people who used the real data in ChatGPT. I have fired it. My company has fired 15 people 1 year before for sharing the entire dataset in ChatGPT. If the client gets to know that you're doing this, they can sue the company and the company cannot even operate. And whatever you guys are doing right now in ChatGPT, that's for learning phase, learning purposes. That's completely fine because all the data is publicly available. But you will get some assistant when you talk to ChatGPT about your health. Let's say you're putting your insurance, your medical test to ChatGPT, you'll get some assistance, right? Why is it safe or not? It's not safe. All your data has been. It's not. There's no data privacy here anymore. Okay, so be media sensitive. Make sure that your data is like, and don't say something. Let's say even you got a job or even interview purposes, don't say that you're completely dependent on ChatGPT. Don't give that impression. Okay. I'm just using ChatGPT because that's a major thing you use. There's Grok, there's Perplexity, there's Gemini. Everything has come now. Okay. But without that, we cannot operate our day-to-day life. I understand. Without ChatGPT or without Grok, without a Perplexity AI, without, for example, if you want to generate a picture, you open a DALI or you open a Gamma and you'll generate the pictures. It will save your time. I completely understand. But make sure that you have the knowledge of how it operates. For example, in GPT, how many versions we have? GPT-4, GPT 4.0, GPT 4.0 mini, GPT 5 is in a preview right now, GPT 3 is there. Tell this, and what's the difference between those versions? That will make the interviewer be more impressed in you that this guy, this girl, they know what they're doing it. They know what this LLM is all about. Okay? Choose the right chart. I'll come that. Visualization, it's all about choosing the right chart, right visualize and telling the story. Okay? And chart smart, both the same thing. This add white space, use label wisely, use purposeful design principles, design to the point. All these are data visualization. Okay? Something that during the hackathon I can tell more about it. Okay? And while working on the data visualizations, focus on these three elements: data, design, and feel. Let's say you go to some website and that website has a very bad user interface. Let's say that which is the app that irritates you a lot while using it? LinkedIn? Okay. Instagram. Oh my god. Too many ads. Huh? Internet Explorer. Why? It's very old. It's slow. It's very old. Exactly. So next time you will not prefer Internet Explorer. You will prefer Google Chrome.
But
Yeah, exactly. My point is that so you're forced to use. If, when you're forced to use the design that you don't like it, what is the point of using that also? When you build your dashboard, your design should be simple, your design should be normal, your design should be make others people more you should other people should use it. Okay. And blend your data sources, make it easy to compare data, let the data speak. What does it mean? Let the data speak.
The visual be easy to understand.
So let's say that this slide, without me, can you understand this? Should I be here? I don't have to be here. With the flow I'm going, even if I step out, you can understand this. Let's say if I keep some 25 lines of text, some paragraph here, you'll have to study, you have to deep dive into it. That doesn't mean the purpose of PPT, right? PPT is all about eye level, and a presenter who the people who gonna present it should explain what's the eye level is. You cannot keep my script, let's say my dialogues here. Same thing, your data should speak. My developers should not come. Let's say I'm the one who developing the report. I should not be coming and sitting next to you and see that tell that "Okay, you should use this dashboard in this way." Your data should speak by itself. You should not. Your design should speak by itself. You should not go and let's say the way you code, the way you hard code it. Sometimes most of you guys in your initial day, you guys hard code. What do I mean by hard code? What do I mean by hard code? Let's say I want to filter my SQL view. I want to filter country starting with C. If you're a first timer, if you initial phase, what you'll do, you'll take a list of all the countries starting with the C and you'll give a where clause and you'll put the in operator. You'll put it. Or you can put a like. Okay. So there are only two things here. How it's making dynamic, how it's being hard coded. So when you make it dynamic, your data speaks. You don't have to go and talk about it. Okay. Feedback is a good thing. Why am I stopping every time and asking feedback? Okay. See, not all of you can like my presentation here. Someone is already feeling bored. I can see that. Okay. But I'm stopping here and asking your feedback in every then and there of past is that if someone you guys don't like my presentation, I can try to improve it from that point. Okay. So when you work something, it's not that after completing my work only I'll get a feedback. It will not work. Let's say whatever you've done is completely wrong. Without getting a feedback, your time is waste, your effort is waste. Right? It's better to get feedback then and there. A periodical way. It's better to give updates then and there. Now back to visualization. These are the different types of charts. There are multiple charts, multiple visuals. But these are different types of charts. Bar, line, area. Now tell me, do we have some visual principles here? Do we have some principles in data visualization? Do we have some principles in coding? That principles can define from one person to another person. Okay. What principles I think I should not be imposing my principles to you. And same way, I am not imposing anything to you guys. But from my experience, I'm telling that there are some visual charts, and only you should like what there will be a situations to use those charts. In only those situations you should be using that. Now I'm putting up here visualization categories. When you're comparing your values, what charts you should be using it?
Column.
Sorry?
Column chart or bar?
Okay, great. Composition or proportion. Next. Even bar chart you can show for proportion, right? Right? Donut chart, pie chart. There's something called tree map. Determine distribution. Histogram. KDE plot, box plot, right? Researching trends and change over time. Next.
Areas.
Next. Stack the area, stack line. There's something called line and column charts. Clustered line, bar and column chart, ribbon charts, violin, understanding relationships. Yes, heat map. Someone said something.
Yeah.
Exactly. Geographical. No, sorry. Someone said anything? Pair plot. Yeah. Correct. Pair plot, subplots. Geographical map. So now you guys know. Okay. You guys have researched something that I'll tell you one of my biggest mistake. Without knowing this, I mean, I'm talking about 5 years or 4 years down the line before. Okay. I built, instead of building a bar chart, a column chart, I built a line chart where the categories, x-axis are categories, y-axis is also categories. And I presented it to client. My manager was also in the call. My manager was like, what the hell did you build, man? That was my very first mistake. Because back then, that was a time that I was getting into data visualization. I didn't know this. Back then, there's no chat GPT. Okay. So that's what I'm trying that when you guys get into learn something. Okay. Now I'm asking a general question here. Why data visualization is important for everyone here?
Because anyhow, everyone is going to work with it.
Okay.
The visualization will be the model for that.
It will be helpful. Okay. Someone said
Role of the data.
role of the data. Goal of the data. Exactly.
Can tell slowly of the even non-technical.
Not technical. Correct. Okay.
Or like the dashboard.
Okay.
Using big dense solutions.
Some of you may feel that I don't want data visualization. But in any point of your time in your career, you will have to use a data visualization. Being a data scientist, someone wants to hear a data science, right? How do you guys will be showing your model results, your machine learning model results? How you guys will be showing your data quality issues in your data? Let's say you analyze your data. There's some data quality issues. How are you guys going to show it? Everywhere in your point, visualization will help. And you can see what I'm trying to say here is that any part of the job in the IT industries, even a non-technical people, right now, even a real estate guy, even some sales guy, are required to know the data, basic data analysis and the basic data visualization. You can ask me how did you change your line from banking, an investment banker to data analyst guy or data scientist guy? Because every job of mine, I used data. So my first job was investment banking. What I did is that every day in the morning, I opened the stock market website. I picked some 10 stocks. Okay. I listed down the stocks. What is the opening price? What is the closing price? What is the difference? Okay. I did it for a month in Excel. And I saw the trend. From next month, I was able to talk like a professional to my customers. First thing. Second thing, when I moved into the banking, sales, and marketing, let's say you have all your transactions. Let's say all you guys have ICICI Bank. I'll have the access for looking into your transactions as an employee over there. What I did is that I look into the transactions you make. What is the opening balance? What is the closing balance of the month? How many transactions you make? What is your salary? What is the mutual funds you make? What is the life insurance you put? So I was able to note this down and I was able to call my customer and talk exactly to this point. So customers like me. So what I'm trying to say is that any field, data is important. And how do you track your data is important. How do you use your data? How do you visualize the data is important. Okay. So that's why I'm saying record your own data. So that's what I'm saying. Even it's a, let's say, a cloud architect. If I'm listed out only the network engineer. Listed only the technical jobs here. Every non-technical jobs also needs a data analysis skills basic. Now it's like a English. In a workspace, you cannot work without English, right? Same like data analysis. Now it's going to be part of it. In your company, the company going to work with the HR, going to work with data. Admin, going to work with data. Everyone's going to work with data. So this is a high level BI process that this is what it will happen in every company. Your data will be stored either in a SQL database, either it's a RBDMS or a DBMS. What do you guys mean by RDBMS? And what do you guys mean by DBMS? But now tell me the difference of both. Okay.
RDBMS.
Just unstructured files, everything can be stored. Give me an example of DBMS.
Log files.
No, the software entity.
No.
The unstructured data, which format you can save, which software you can save.
No SQL.
Huh?
No SQL.
Yeah, NoSQL. That's a concept. Tell me a tool which is a NoSQL tool. People who are online, you guys are there. I've not heard any response. MongoDB. Cosmos DB. We have heard it. So first understand the difference between the thing and so what's most of the famous unstructured data? What is the format?
Images.
JSON format. Sorry, my bad. Unstructured is images. Semi-structured. It's a JSON format. You're right. I'm wrong. Sorry. Okay. So most of the semi-structured data, what always famous is JSON format is a famous. Okay. And unstructured is images. That's a classic example. Likewise, your data will be stored in multiple phases. Okay. So what is required from you to know about is it? What is the storage platform? How it operates? What's the language of it? Because in SQL, Post. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Okay. In SQL, PostgreSQL will have a different commands in your statements. MySQL will have a different commands and statements. For example, if you want to only retrieve 10 rows in MySQL, what will you do? But in Postgres or in the SQL server, it's a top. So languages change, processing time changes, and everything changes, right? And that's the same between a NoSQL and a RDBMS. Let's say Azure Blob Storage. Azure is a cloud platform. You store your data in cloud. SharePoint. What is SharePoint? It's like a same like a Google Drive. SharePoint is something you can ask me that in Microsoft, OneDrive is like same as Google Drive. No, something called SharePoint, where you can save your files, you can share your files, where you can store your files. Everything is like SharePoint is a organizational use. OneDrive is a personal use. And what is this? Has anyone found this before? This is called OneLake. And this is part of Microsoft Power BI. Okay. So let's say the data will be stored in different formats, different places. You do ETL. What is ETL? And how do you do the ETL? By building the automated pipelines. Either it's in this Python or SQL, any language doesn't matter. Even you can write it in the Excel VBA. You can write some predefined rules, right? You extract, transform the data, load the data, and keep it in the by using this is called Azure Data Factory. This is called a pipelines. Like how I told, you can automate your pipelines every day. Python. And again, you're going to store it in some SQL, some database only. It will not be on cloud. It does not just keep on flying, right? Wherever you take, you're going to keep it back only. Maybe the places will be changed, but it's going to be storage unit only. And from there, you will take it to the Power BI. And in Power BI, you will change, you will do multiple transformations, you will write multiple measures and everything. And from there, you'll keep it in the Power BI service. Okay? This is a flow. Any doubt in this? This is what? This is a basic flow in every company. Very, very basic flow. And this is not something like complex. Every project for automation way, this is a very basic flow. So, as a data analyst, as a Power BI guy or a data or a simple data analyst, what are the things that you're required to know here? Can someone tell me? SQL, Python, Power BI, ETL. You should know which language, how it works, how to automate the pipeline. So, a data engineering guy comes into this process. Okay, a storage guy, database administrator comes into a process. Okay, while you're putting a Azure Data Factory, someone who can operate in cloud, a cloud engineer comes into a process, right? Again, a data administrator and a Power BI guy, Power BI service, and the consumers. So within one flow, 5 or 6 roles are coming. But the present corporate terminology, present corporate demands are one guy should be knowing all this. And I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to scare you and all. Is Python and SQL is good to know anymore? It's a mandatory thing. If you go and tell in your interview that I know Python and SQL, I don't care. Everyone should know Python and SQL. For a data analyst guy, I'm telling. Everyone should know the advanced Excel. How many of you guys here are very good in advanced Excel? How many guys you know how to do VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP? How many of you go can know XLOOKUP? How many guys you can go index, find, and match? If see only 3 or 4 I can see the answer list. Excel is a mother of analytics. If you guys don't know Excel, because if you know Excel and SQL, Power BI will be very easy for you guys. Forget about Power BI. Any data analytics will be easy for you guys. Okay, turn off this. Okay. So without Excel, you cannot. For example, let's say someone opened Excel, right? What I'll be just doing my basic analysis in Excel only. I'll be taking the columns. I'll be doing the counts. I'll be doing the pivots. Everything in Excel only. If you guys don't know Excel, Gaya. Sorry. Same thing I'm telling. Power BI, Python, SQL is a very normal thing. Things are right now. People have gone to machine learning. Even some 2 years back, if you know machine learning, it's enough. Okay. Now people expect you to know what's LLM, what's NLP, even for data analysts, because you're gonna work into a company where you, let's say, what's your name, sir? Mustafa and Jaya Surya are going to a company interview. Okay. Jay Surya only know Python and SQL and a little bit of Power BI. Mustafa comes as a fresher. He knows Python, he knows SQL, he knows Power BI, he knows what is the basics of ML. He has worked in AI tools, he has worked in NLP, LLM. Okay. What's your name? Bhargavi. You being an interviewer, who will you select? Yeah. Sorry, tell me. You will you select? Me or him? Okay, who will you select? Okay. Why?
First,
You don't have to train him in multiple things, but you have to train me in multiple things. That's the difference. Okay. And let's say that out of V2, if I talk good, if Mustafa doesn't talk much, who will you select? But How does he know? How do you know that he can work on these things without if he's not talking good?
So you are narrating that communication is on the top of all of this.
Communication is not top of all of this. If there's no communication, how do I know that you know these things? In one interview, I saw a guy who's very good in coding. Who's very good in coding. He completed like 20 or 30 minutes before from everyone. When I took him to a personal interview, he couldn't converse. Now, if I ask how will he talk to the client? At the end of the day, everyone should face clients, right? No one will be sitting back in the I just do work. I don't face clients. I don't talk to managers and all. Everyone should face clients. Everyone should face managers, right? How will I make him to talk to a client? Because of one reason, I couldn't hire him. I said, sorry. I said, improve your communication skills. Come back here. I'll take him. He has still not come back. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that that's what I'm trying to pull everyone's attention here that talk. Right. Let's say that if tomorrow you guys are coming to my company for interviewer. Okay. Yeah, I saw Mustafa back then. That's how 5 people came from this institute to my company for interviewer. For it was interview. I took one. That one guy is now my intern. Your same senior, your batch senior is my intern in my company. Okay. So that's why I'm saying that whenever you get an opportunity, talk. Or I'm not, it doesn't matter that it has to be correct or wrong. First, try to talk. There's some, see, if it is more than 2 or 3 people, there's nothing called common sense. Whatever I think as common sense, you don't have to think of common sense. Okay? Don't be afraid of talking something. Okay? Just talk and improve your communication skills. Only then you can showcase your skills. That's something very important. Okay?
Um,
Okay. Sorry. Okay, there are some limitations with the license that you can only import 1 GB limit per dataset. Per dataset, 1 GB in your Power BI. Per dataset, only 1 GB. Okay. And with a different license, you'll have a different limitations in your when you publish it to PowerBI service. Okay. And this is where we get too technical. Bear with me. Okay. There's something called calculated columns and measures. Okay. Measures that we write formulas. Even calculated columns, we write formulas. So people who worked in Power BI, you guys already worked in measures and calculated columns. What's the difference between calculated columns and measures?
so that to visualize.
Okay. Exactly. That's the first point I'll see. Measures, you have to visualize it. Calculated columns, you can see the values. Okay. Measures, unless and until what do I mean by visualize it? Unless and until I create a visual and place the measure, I cannot see the value of it. Can I? Okay, that's the thing difference. Then you can go for it. Even in the measures, you have implicit and explicit measures. What do I mean by implicit and explicit measures? I'm going too kind of deep and technical because only even in online people have said that they have just started the Power BI. So they don't want to go deep. But here the people who know Power BI tell me what is the implicit and explicit measures.
Numeric.
Measures also is numeric. Everything is kind of numeric. Now tell me what is implicit and explicit? Implicit measures is something that you can drag your column up. You can drag the column and the column can Power BI will automatically say the sum of this column, sum of the sales amount column.
Measure.
Yeah, like exactly. But quick measure, that's a different formula. Yeah, explicit measures, you have to write the formula. Yeah, you have to write the formula. How many of you guys here know DAX? First of all, what is DAX? Yeah, exactly. I'm sure everyone used DAX. You just know you're not realizing that you have used DAX. In Excel, you'll go and put equal to sum of column, right? Everyone used that in our life, right? That is called DAX, data analytic expressions. Everyone has used DAX in our life. It's just where we have used. In Excel, we have used in limited way. In Power BI, we'll be using it in a higher way. That's DAX. Okay. And this is something that very important I want to take. Something called Microsoft Fabric. What has anyone heard about Microsoft Fabric? Just heard. Anyone heard? User? User? So Microsoft Fabric is the recent thing 2023 Microsoft team has released. Okay. Everything in one place. Your storage, your pipelines, your data warehouse, your data lakehouse, your data science pipelines, data engineering, storage, your Power BI, everything can be in one place. This is future. In future, everyone are expected to work in Microsoft Fabric. Whoever is working in Power BI right now, let's say Power BI developers, data analysts working in Power BI. In future, everyone are supposed to know this, supposed to be certified in this, supposed to work on this. That is how the end goal of Microsoft. To bring everyone to subscribe to Microsoft Fabric. So search about this.
So
Sorry.
what is the difference, sir, between Microsoft Power BI and Microsoft Fabric?
So in Microsoft Power BI, you can only visualize, right? Can you do anything else? You can build a dashboard, right? Can you build your data engineering pipeline in Microsoft Fabric? Sorry, in Microsoft Power BI?
No, sir.
Can you write your data science ML models in Microsoft Fabric? No, right? In Microsoft Fabric, everything I can do. Your data warehousing. What do you mean by data warehouse? Can someone tell that first? Store data.
Doing a lot of
Office of data. You could call Microsoft Office to make things in one place.
Yeah.
You can use that.
But it will be different software. Let's say PowerPoint will be different thing. It will be different thing. But here you can have everything in one place. I'll show that also. I'll show the Power BI, Microsoft Fabric also here. Okay. Anything else? This will be a too deep if I say Delta Parquet format. Has someone heard of? Okay, first of all, sorry, someone asked me online. I didn't answer properly. You got your question answered, or you want more? Hello.
Yeah, answered, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is
Answered,
that
sir.
yeah, what I'm trying to say is that everything will be part of Fabric where you don't have to open another tool, and it's an online. You don't have to open your thing. You can work in any system if you have an access for it. Okay.
Is it completely cloud based?
Cloud based. But we can also use it in your desktop software. They give an option. Okay. But that's what I'm saying. Go and search about it. Microsoft Fabric. Okay. Next, have you guys heard of Parquet format? Anyone? Parquet. Look into it. Okay. Parquet format is also some other file format which will make your file work faster. Okay. Any questions in this file? So you can take a screenshot of this or you can take a photo of this. Maybe I'll share the PPT deck with you guys later. They already have this because I just keep on adding new things with every time I come here and people present it. Okay. What I'm trying to say is that learn about Microsoft Fabric. Most of you guys gonna work into Microsoft tools when you get into the job. And anytime in your company, they can operate into Microsoft Fabric. So you knowing it makes you ahead of the curve. Okay. This is where I stop. Okay. Now we'll discuss more of the industry standards. But if you have any questions, let's say after this session, okay, you can reach out to me in Instagram and you can reach out to me in LinkedIn, where these are the only two places I'll be more active. Like all of you guys. I'll be more my screen time is like 8 or 9 hours per day for Instagram. It's okay. Like all of us. So I'll be more active on Instagram. I'll be more active on LinkedIn. You can guys can reach out to me. I also put content in Instagram. I also put normal data analysis content, normal contents in Instagram, LinkedIn content, LinkedIn post. I'll be putting a lot of posts in about data science, my achievements in Instagram. So you can talk about it. Okay. Okay. I'm stopping here. Before going to hackathon, we'll talk about some industry practice. What is a good thing, good to have for interviews? Okay. Before that, any questions till what have we spoke? Was it boring? Was it good? Something you learned today? Sorry?
Many things.
Okay. Stop calling me sir. You can call me Surya. Okay. Uh, what happened? Okay. Hyderabad made me to lose my hair, but I'm not very old. Okay. Uh, people who are online. Any questions till whatever we discussed right now? Any difference of opinion? Any issues you face now, or anything could have been better? What you expected more? Anything that you guys learn? Okay. Okay. So when you guys come to an interview, obviously most of you guys are less than 6 months in a data science experience. Okay, 6 months is enough. I'm not telling you 6 months is not enough to get into a freshers mode. But what I try to say is that gain some industry experience and talk to network people. How many of you can networks people in LinkedIn? Like how do we go on Instagram, find some profile, interesting profile, we give request, right? Like that. How many of you guys do that in LinkedIn in career wise? Yes, ma'am. Parvati, you raise your hand. I'm sorry.
Yes, yes, I do that.
Okay, that's great. That's important thing in your job hunting. Okay. Yeah, but let's say that what's your name, sir? Home. I follow Home. How do I follow Home? Home posts some interesting posts in the Instagram. I like his post.
Content.
I like his content. Okay. Same way in LinkedIn, there's some people who post interview questions, who post their interview experience, who post their learnings, scenario based questions. Right? So I like them, I follow them. Imagine if they're experienced, you'll connect with them, you'll talk to them for the period of months, you'll get acquainted with them, and you can ask for referrals. Right? Do that. Let's say that if at all, let's say, and when you, and a very bad habit of people who use LinkedIn instead. Let's say this is my LinkedIn profile. Okay. There is a professional photograph, profile photo. Doesn't matter that it should look like me exactly. Okay. But does it good first impression? Okay. And your cover photo should be telling me that what's your goal, what's your ambition. As I told, mine is storytelling. I kept it like thing. Okay. Someone will keep it like a aspiring data analyst, or someone will keep it like data visual pictures like this. So search about it. Doesn't matter that whatever I tell you, you have to keep it. Okay. Then I've mentioned it my headings like what am I? Right? Like what in Instagram we do. In profiles what we do. I mentioned it here, what I do. Okay. And about me, what I do. I've mentioned it very detailed way. And these are my achievements, my features, my top most something that people can think of me, my data analyst certificate, my data scientist certificate, my transcripts where I get good grades, right? And these are my achievements in posts. I'm part of the very good, very big Hyderabad data and AI community. I'm part of the big community over here. Okay, where I go and present, where I go and talk to the people, right? I post jobs. I take interviews for my company. Whatever jobs I take interview, I'll just tell to people. For example, business intelligence developer, right? And proper experience, if at all you have. If you don't have a proper education, some certifications, whatever you did, and let's say you guys are collaborating, doing some projects, mini projects, capstone projects, listed projects over here, and some recommendations. What do you mean by recommendation? The person who I work with has recommended me that I'm good at what I do, right? And languages, so that for a recruiter, let's say that you keep on posting like this, the recruiters will be interested in your profile. And this recent job, whichever job I'm working for the last 3 years, a recruiter reached out to me that I like your profile, I like your post content. Are you interested in look for a job? A recruiter reached out to me. I didn't reach out to that recruiter company. Okay, LinkedIn. If you are LinkedIn, a recruiter reached out to me. That is something very important, right? And you can see the networks here, right? People giving me connection requests. For example, Rajkumar Madri. He has given me a connection request. Vijay Lakshmi has given me connection, but I'm not sure why are they giving me connection request. Let's say if being in Hyderabad, being a normal guy, if I'm getting some 20 to 30 invitations regularly, imagine the people who are in a high level position, they'll be getting 50 to 60. So they will not accept your request at all. For example, what's your ID?
Mustafa Mohammed. MSTFA.
FA?
MOHALL. ED.
Anything be specific? Can anyone's thing will be very more specific? ID? Sorry? Someone said something?
Not like paying, but not visible.
Yeah, it will be no, it will not be visible. I mean, how am I connected with you? No, right?
I'll send you.
Yeah, send me a request. No. Okay, leave it. More than request, I want to show something. Okay. Let's say that there is this person, Mehul Raghavan. Okay. I'm going here. I've clicked the follow. Okay. Now I want to give the connection request. Connect. But before connecting, I should give some note. Okay. Hey, I'm interested in your profile. I've come across your profile. Having you in my network will be very valuable. I'm also an aspiring data scientist. There's very limited 200 characters, so you can put it up here. If you put like this, you will be standing out of 500 people. I'll go and approve your things. If I'm interested in guiding you, I'll go and approve your things. Okay. If I just keep on giving this request, because LinkedIn has some limited connections, right? Think of them in that way. Okay. So next time we do, and next time find a better post and also join the groups, guys. Let's say that if you can come here, groups. I am part of PowerBI group, Power Platforms, learning AML, LNDK, MySQL, where they post different content every day in different parts of the world, right? And majority of the people are from India. I can look at this dashboard, I can comment it out, I can share my views, I can learn something. Because when we sleep, people are finding something new thing. Okay. And if I only learn 2, 3 months later that I'll not be in the market. I'll be faded out. Okay. So think in that way. Okay. Do this for the better networking. Don't just depend on whatever you like replacements and all. Just start applying the networks. Okay. First thing. Second thing, when you prepare for the interview, like I told, have have knowledge, have your basics knowledge in every aspects, but be expertised in only one. What do I mean by that? Can someone tell me what do I mean by that?
We say that very good at particular subject. We focus more on it.
Not just that. Let's say that now I have a basic knowledge of how this AI works, how the LLM works, how the data engineering pipeline works, how the Power Platform works, okay, how the data quality governance works. But what am I expertised in? Dashboards. Okay, you like that. How do I say? You have one favorite subject in your school, in your college, where you will be scoring 100 marks in it, but other subjects you will score like 70 to 80 marks, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Have basic knowledge in everything, but be expertised in one thing. That will keep you in, like, for example, if I have a doubt in data visualization, I'll reach Mustafa. If I have a data engineering, if Om is a data engineer, I'll reach Om. If sorry, I forget your name, but if this ma'am is the expert in the cloud infrastructure, I'll be reaching out to them. I know whom to reach for what, right? That's what I'm trying to say here. Okay. Any other questions that you guys want to ask? Like any challenges you faced in before? How do I tackle this situation? Uh, how this works in the corporate? No.
Sometimes you want to give it your own way.
So I'll tell you.
Definitely. Like word to word.
I'll tell you, if you does that, you will be in a spot. Let's say if you're giving a textbook kind of an answer,
Give textbook kind of question. Textbook kind of answers, then
it-
see, while helping you know that this is that. Okay. Now explaining that, how?
that will come in the experience of working at. For example, if I ask,
Where
okay, you shoot the question, you shoot the question. Now I'll answer it. Let me know how I'll. Okay.
we go for the definition we
Yeah, so DAX, I'll not be telling it like a DAX is a data analytics expression which will be used in the Microsoft products. So DAX, what I'll start is a DAX is a kind of a expression language. Okay. Yeah, that will come in experience. Will I expect that from a fresher? No.
use
But I see. I'm just trying to trick you out. But I'll not expect you to answer who invented Python. Who invented Python? When did he invent? 1992. Okay, but this is a textbook answer. But is this giving me any? If let's say that there will be one guy who's very good in memorizing and writing the formulas in maths. But when it comes to a different difficult problem, you will not be able to do it in school and colleges, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. Like I'm not expecting this. If I'm an interviewer, I'll not expect this. What do I get from this?
I believe things sound like that.
So what I'm trying to say is that don't use jargons if you're not sure. What do I mean jargons? That very high tech words. Explain the concept in simple words. Okay, and go be very straight and give examples. If you're giving examples, if you're keeping it very simple, if you're on to the point, 20% of the job is over there. And how you communicate is a different thing. Now, whatever I did, I talk very fast in the language of Tamil or Telugu. I talk very fast. Even when it has no habit. I used to stammer till I was in college. Like I can't speak continuously. I used to stammer a lot. But it's just that I practice myself talking to everyone, whoever I can, and I just include my language. So you just have to talk to yourself. Let's say that if you being an interview, you ask questions, how do you answer it? Talk to a mirror and take mock interviews. For example, there will be even in a LinkedIn or like people like me, we are ready to take people, train to people for mock interviews. And your institute does it. Your institute does the mock interview. I have been here once for mock interviews. Okay, try to take mock interview and get some experience. Okay, that is all. Any other questions?
So I'm having a question. Like in today's time, like everyone is doing data science and data analyst things, and everyone is putting into their resumes that I know Python, SQL, Excel. So how to highlight ourselves, how to be stand out in all of the resumes. All we all know that ATS is going to keep us or throw us. So
So this is my resume. Okay, this is my resume which I gave for my client. And it's not that once you get into a job, your resume is done. Once you get into a job, to impress your client will interview you. Your different project managers will interview you. You should have a resume updated every then and there. Okay. So this is my summary. I have built Intelligence Cyber, I built Tableau, I built 50 plus of enterprise developer. So I mentioned all my year. And this is where my technical knowledge comes. So what are the visualization tools I know? What are the databases I worked with as of now? What are the ML techniques I've worked? What are the expression languages? I was telling you, it's expression languages. What's a query language? What are the programming languages I know? What are the cloud infrastructures I've worked? Analytics skills, core skills, methodologies. Methodology is something agile and scrum and all you'll get to know when you work. Don't think of that right now. You asked me how to highlight, right?
yeah, how to stand out.
So you by mentioning the projects.
It's like everyone is doing the same.
But what projects you're working into it? How do you prefer it? And how do you quantify your efforts in the project? Let's say that you analyze some India's traffic and you quantify your efforts in your essay. For example, I'll be putting it up that create a custom applications, design a dynamic rolling time window. So if I go very deep, you will understand this. Okay, how do you quantify this? For example, someone like 1 year, 2 years before, if someone works on a Netflix project, it will be interesting for me because Netflix is not a formal project to work. But now, if someone works, it's everyone is a Netflix project. So try to build a different use case. Okay, and try to build a use case which has data analysis, data science, data visualization, data engineering, and cloud. If you try to include all this five, you already have some knowledge in this. I can debate you when in interview. Okay. So this is my resume. It looks very texty for you guys. It looks very heavy for you guys. But imagine I have to accommodate my 5 years of experience in this 2 pages. And it's not 2 pages, it's 3 pages for me. I have interviewed people, I have taken interviews for people working in 15 years or 20 years. Their resume looks like 14 pages, 4 to 6 pages. Okay? You can ask me, you being a 5 years of experience, how can you interview for 14 years, 15 years experience? That's how the market is right now. The 14 years, 15 years experience comes for they will work under some 5 years old experienced team lead. That's how the market is right now. Okay, so be ahead of the curve. I'm not scaring you guys, but what I'm trying to say is that it's not. I'm 15 years experienced. I'm stable. No. Heard the news of TCS firing 12,000 employees. So it's not a company. Don't depend. Let's say that you got into a company. Don't depend on the company. Depend on the skills. That will only save you. So, and my other projects, this is how I keep it. And I think your institute will give you the better format for this while starting. I don't have to worry about you guys. Okay. Any other questions? This is the time that you can think of the challenges or issues. You can shoot it out. Any other questions?
Sir, can you give us some like I mean, not the usual projects, but can you give us some good like the working? I mean, how should we think to get the new project? Like you were telling 2 years back, Netflix is a new project. Now it is not. So how do we know? I mean, I want to put some new project. I don't want the usual projects what people are putting. So how do we think? How do we think in that direction? Like, do we take
Okay,
help from Google, or like how do we know? How do we analyze like that? Yeah.
getting it. Good question. Uh, if you come to me and ask me, I'm only excited in two things: finance and entertainment. Okay, when I say do some interesting projects, choose the field that you're very interested in and find a unique data sets in it. Okay, Netflix has a different data sets problems, and finance has a finance has a many data sets available. Okay, and I'm not sure who's talking here, but this could be a one-on-one discussion here. You get my point. Maybe after the sessions or whenever you're free, you can reach out to me. We can have one-on-one sessions of finding a unique data sets. Okay, but my suggestion would be that go with the domain which you are very interested in, so that if someone asks more questions, you can deep dive into it. Let's say I'm very bored in the healthcare sector. I'm very bored in healthcare. Okay, even my projects I work more in healthcare only, and education data sets. I'm very bored in it, but that's my job. I'm doing it. But if someone asks very deep, let's say if it's a financial domain or the logistics domain, I'll be more interested. I'll be the one who'll be giving more answers, even the questions are less. So find some interesting problem statements in your own interested, excited domains, and think of this that has it been done ever? Go to Kaggle and type your problem statements and try to talk to the AI tools and see if it's used once or not. Like that, but whoever asks these questions, I think we have to take it. It should be a one-on-one to find your interesting data sets, and we can do this for everyone. Whenever you guys have time, you can reach out to me, and we can do this maybe everyone. Okay. So
Yes.
you were asking another question.
Yes. Yes.
We must be not so good. With experience, obviously, it will come and we become a pro. So then, how from that?
So let's say that yeah.
So good as well. With practice, initially, like whenever we are working, then we'll become an expert usually.
Yeah, so
Current state, we are not that good.
you be honest. When I started my journey, I didn't want to become a data visualization guy. I want to become a proper data science guy with the coding and all. But I knew Tableau before. I was certified Tableau in some institute. And they like we are in need of Power BI guy. You better start Power BI, learn Power BI and come. So the time they gave me is 3 days. So I had to rush to Udemy course and learn Power BI and start building the reports for my team lead. I was a backend guy, and I spent a lot of time within the 2 months. I spent a lot of time. Let's say that I told about measures, right? I would have at least watched 50 to 60 videos for measures, not just a course, but 50 to 60 videos for the measures. Likewise, I improved my knowledge in the Power BI. And later, when someone asks me that what is your core area, what are your strengths, I'll just tell Power BI. I'll not tell that I'm good in Python. Because let's say for the last 1.5 or 2 months, I didn't use Power BI. To be honest, because I went to a different project, I'm working in client's location where I'm working in Snowflake. Okay. Now, if I open Power BI, I lost touch. I may not in the exact fast play that I can do immediately some visuals. I have to think some updates have happened to the softwares. So I'll have to go and search. Unless and until you use the tool daily, it'll not be getting in your mind registered. Okay. For example, I'll give you an example. Let's I was very good Python guy earlier. I used to go do good Python coding and all. Now, if you give me, you guys can code better than me because for last 2 years I didn't use Python much. But why am I able to uh, give the task to my juniors? Being a guy who doesn't work in much of Python, I know the basics. I worked in the basics. I know the business aspects. I'm giving the tasks. So what I suggest is that irrespective of Power BI, any field you get, Python, the coding, Python, SQL, ML, data visualization is a mandatory thing. Whenever you get some time, look into it, search for it, get some knowledge about it. Okay. Any other questions? Any other questions you can shoot it out to me. You need some break, right? Very much need a break, right? Yeah. Okay. 10 minutes, take a break. But one thing I'll tell you before this, you may think that like your college placements, right? Aptitude was there, group discussion was there, still it's there. Don't ever think that aptitude is not required. From the same said learn, okay? From the same like this hackathon, I came 6 months before. I saw a candidate. That candidate was very good, so interactive. Okay, I saw him in my company's interview. He couldn't clear the aptitude round. He's gone. Okay, so have this Python SQL aptitudes, have this logical reasoning, that proper aptitude questions, right? That max aptitude, have some knowledge in it. Because what is the way to filter this to 100? Because we call 100 and 110, at least 100 people for the hackathon in our companies. For the placements, we only take 5 to 8. To shortlist that 100 to 8, we need some rounds, group discussion, technical rounds, aptitude. So don't ever think that this aptitude is not required for me. And I'm telling you, I was very bad in aptitude. I attended 22 interviews in my college. 23rd interview was ICSA. Just because aptitude was not entered ICSA, I cracked it. I'm still not good in aptitude back then, but I had to improve my aptitude. Because of it, I lost 22 jobs. You get my point? Aptitude is still important. What am I good at? Group discussion. I can talk. But most of the company, aptitude is the first round. So aptitude is even people who are online, aptitude is still relevant. Or people and hacker rank. How many of you guys at least solve one question in hacker rank? Hacker rank, geeks for geeks, lead codes. Okay. So most of the companies, what they will do is they will collaborate with hacker rank. They'll give you the first round as a coding round. Okay, and they will ask oops init and init functions, oops call class functions and all. So constructors. So get used to this. Okay, none of my people, my seniors was not able to share with me, but my experience I'm telling you. Okay, take a 10 to 15 minutes. Like what time is it? 12:36, right? We'll come and have a Power BI build dashboard sessions built after 10 minutes. Okay, take your time for this. Like you guys want to go for lunch, right? But we'll complete it in 40 to 45 minutes for the dashboard building if it's fine for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, but most of the people here at least wants a water break. I think most of the people here need a smoke break. People over online will resume in 10 to 15 minutes. That's what I'm saying. If you guys have some uncomfortableness, share it. I would have given the break earlier. You guys didn't tell me anything. Sorry? నా ప్రాపర్టీ ఏం కాదు ఇక్కడ నీ ప్రాపర్టీ Hey, guys, over online, we have come. I could see some very less than drops, but no worries. But let me know if you guys are ready for the. So another 30 to 40 minutes. That's it. I'll not take more time after. Most of you guys will be planning some Saturday evenings, right? Some parties. So also another thing that I want to talk is that once you get into a corporate, so you have to set your boundaries of the work-life balance. It's like today I'm working. After this, I'll go to office because there's some production issues we have. So I'll go to office. I'll have to clear it out. What I'm trying to say is once you get into a job, so the job demands you to work a few hours more. There's like 9 to 5. Someone will be getting only night shift. Someone will be getting some 1 to 10 shift. So the job demands you more. I would suggest in the initial phase, get into it, get your experience. Then with your experience, you can demand your own timings. So being a freshers, uh, I'll only work at 9 to 5. I'll only work in the stipulated 8 hours. I will not work on a Saturday, Sunday. What I suggest is that come out of that mood because I have said those things and I've been rejected for the for few companies. So they expect you some flexibilities here and there. Okay, especially from the developers because we wouldn't know when your pipelines, when your dashboards, when your works will get broken and you'll have to fix it. Okay, so but I have that work-life balance, and when I say I'm passionate about my own things, why do I keep saying is that whatever you guys are passionate about, have that passion. Don't let it die. Okay, I'm still writing my own novels. I'm still trying to get into short films. I'm still writing to get into storytelling by the sessions or by I'll go to out of scene sessions. That keeps me energy. That gives me energy. That keeps me charged for me to come and work for my other rest of the world. So have a career and also have a passion towards it. If you can make both of the same thing, that's something great. Okay. People are online. We are ready, right? Oh, many people left. And if you guys want my, hey, who's Surya Suresh? Suresh Surya. Okay, he asked me questions and he left. Okay, I'll post. You can uh, connect me. I'm not sure how to share. Maybe if one of you guys got my ID, you can share it with others. Yeah. Okay. Because there are multiple Jay Suryas, you will not be able to search. So before I go, you can get it done. And one thing I have to talk is that how many of you guys follow Medium? Medium. So this is where people write their blogs, okay, and they'll share it in LinkedIn. For data science people, Medium is our newspaper. It's a daily newspaper. Multiple people will be sharing lot of knowledge over here. So start writing posts in LinkedIn, blogs in LinkedIn, and once you're professional, start writing your blogs in Medium and share the snippet in the LinkedIn. That's how you pull your audience. See, what I'm trying to say is that anyone can come and teach you the tech tools. but no one will be telling the after effects, right? So what I would say is that yeah. For example, I wrote this post in Medium. Okay, I shared a snippet in the LinkedIn, and still people comes here and looked into this. They ask questions from me here. So how to exporting your data like by an overview of Python language for data analysis. Okay, by this, what is the benefits of writing posts like this? Yeah. After break, you guys have become silent. Hungry, yeah?
Some of the
Yes.
most suggestions from
Yeah, so first thing is that you will research well and write this, right? So you gain knowledge. While you share, you'll have a that thought that if I share something wrong, people will ask questions. So you'll write something very good. That pressure will be there. And people like you, when you let's say that you are me, and people like aspiring data scientists, they will look into this, they'll share some suggestions. What you guys have something that I don't have? Exactly. Next thing. Latest knowledge. I don't have time to get into what's happening later. Let's say in Pandas library. All of you guys, Python, all of you guys started Python in Pandas libraries. All you, if I ask to aggregate, what do you guys do? Which function you do for aggregation? Next, pd.pivot, right? So what I'm trying to say is that if within this 5 years, someone would have, even you can create your own function and publish to Pandas. You know that, right? Someone would have published new function. So you guys are being fresh and having time, you can explore a lot. If not pd.group by, what else I can search? What else I can use? Right? So think of that. See, you can write your if condition either with the lines or you can do it in what? List comprehension. Single line of the if condition. Everyone is aware of that, right? Is there any better way to write your conditions? Not in a loop, not in a if condition, not in the thing. So search for it. Always have a search for it. And that's how your knowledge will be building it up. Okay. And searching that you don't have limit. You can search. If it's look good, use it. If not, leave it. Right? Search for multiple things, right? And have a backups, one or two backups. For example, replacing missing values, I fill in it. We also have what? Dot drop. We also have dot replace. So for one options, uh one activity in X-rays, we have 3 or 4 options. Search for it. In SQL, to change the data type for the date to or to change the data type, what functions use? Cast net, convert, to cast to convert, right? That's what I'm going to say. You guys got my point, right? Okay. Am I in the right thing? Uh, who all started the hackathon? Who else got a problem statement? Who looked you looked into it? Which problem statement I give?
There's this one with a dim. The other one.
This one, right?
Yes.
This one, right? So what did you, from your previous hackathons, okay? If at all you attended an hackathon earlier, okay? Okay, by looking at this, what do you gain from this para? I gave you the scenario. I gave you the goal. You remember, fix the goal. Begin with the goal. Gave you a goal. I gave you a scenario. If at all someone looked into it, I gave you complete thing, what to use, what not to use, what the questions I require, what are the things that, and later maybe if someone doesn't get this, share it. I've mentioned what all you guys need to have it here. The visual names, the slides. For example, if you had followed this document, the hackathon is done. I've given you the answers also in this. You feel bad why you didn't go through the document well?
I just gone through the 2 pages.
Yeah, you feel bad for it, no? See, for example, tool tips, drill through, table matrix, KPI cards. So I was expecting more of questions from you guys from looking at a problem statement. Not me explaining this. Okay? Storytelling in insights. And what would be the bonus? The judging criteria. What is it I've kept it here? What is the most important thing the criteria is? Okay. Let me put it up in this way. 60% of your dashboard or if your solutions in even SQL, 60% will be cleared if your data model is correct. Focus more on data modeling. Why data modeling is important? Exactly. If you're not connecting one data set to another data set properly, how will it react? Okay. That's the exercise we're going to do it right now. And also stop, I forgot to tell you about this. When you are applying for jobs, when you go on going conference, how many jobs per day that you need to apply? I applied 50 per day. It took at least 1 month or 2 months for me to get calls. It's not that right. The moment you apply, you put your resume, someone's gonna call you. Don't expect it. Okay, I applied 50 jobs, which means I knocked 50 doors per day. Okay, right now I'm in a job. Let's say that if tomorrow I'm out of this company, the company throw me out. You and me are same. I have to apply, still I have to go back, rush my basics, and I have to apply for 50 jobs per day, at least in LinkedIn, Naukri, Indeed, anything. But apply in a trusted website. And any of the original company, none of the original companies, valid companies will ask you for money before doing it. Okay. I have been cheated, I've lost money. With the desperations, right? I've lost money. I've lost more than 20-30K. Okay. So I'm telling it with my experience that don't go. Have faith in the institute, have the faith in your job hunting skills, and go for it. Don't even pay a single penny. Someone will say that you give the money, don't do. Still, some people are getting cheated for those things. None of the company will ask. If the company is asking for money, which means it's fraud. Okay. Sorry.
One of my friend get a call day before yesterday. The Infosys is asking him 1,500 rupees.
Don't ask him to pay.
Yeah, I tell him not to pay.
Don't ask him to pay. See, Infosys is asking 1,500 to your friends. Okay. Imagine Narayanamurthy will come and ask you 1,500 to your friend. Think of it. Okay. And just now Infosys employees got good hike as well. Okay. And imagine with the money that he's paying, is he going to work only for 5 days? With what Narendra Modi said the statement. Work 70 hours per 70 hours per week. Will he make him work less with the 1,500 rupees he's paying? So we have like see, I understand. I was in the same shoes like you guys. I was desperate. I lost money. I'm saying the same thing for you guys. Okay? Because at the end of the day, it's all hard-earned money. Again, what I'm trying to say is that even after this session, read this document. If you're not understanding some terminology, search for it. Try to get this in. I'm pretty sure you will be at least 20 to 30% a better Power BI, better data visualizer after this reading this document. Okay. And I need some feedback. Like I just want to get feedback. How was the session? What is it everything covered? What you guys expected? Or is it not been something what you expected is not been covered? Tell me guys. So that next time I can change or even here I can tell something. Anything that else you want me to talk about it? About a job and at the end of the day, everyone needs job. Right? No one, no, or if anyone wants to start a company, you can start a company and give me a job. Even for that, I have an advices. Okay, anyone, anything that I need to talk before I get into hackathon? Because once I get into hackathon, it will be boring. So I just want, yeah.
Is it a myth or a fact that data scientists and data analysts as a fresher, they are not having jobs in the market? Because every one of my friends, relatives, they are saying, who's asked you to get into this field? This is not going to pay you as a fresher.
See, it's like our Indian cricket team. Okay, there are at least 1,000 people are same equal talent as does those 15 people. You agree that?
Yes.
But why only those for why that 15 to 16 people, 15 or 16 are in the team and others are not?
Nepotism.
I'm not getting into that. See, for many people, there's opportunity is not being provided. That's his point. You have to be in the right time, in the right place, in the right situations. You have to you have to be consistent in a search. Right? You have to be consistent in a search. That's what I'm saying, right? 100 people I called for the hackathon, only 8 or 10 have been selected, including your institute's guy. See the percentage. Okay. See, because that the demand is lesser than the supply. What do I mean by that?
There are less opportunities, but
Opportunities are equal as the people, but opportunities that are not been explored like what we did. Okay, for example, if I go to LinkedIn, why are they posting these many jobs? Why are they posting these many jobs, guys? See,
But so every time I go and apply, they ask me for experience, current CTC, which I'm not having anything.
that's what I'm saying. For example, data analyst. Okay, you search. You put the filters. Date posted. Past week, past 24 hours. Okay. Company, easy apply, under 10 applicants in my network. You do your filterings here. Okay. I've only kept it for Chennai. If Chennai has this many jobs, why not Hyderabad? And you know the boom in Hyderabad, right? What's happening in Hyderabad? The entire data center road is being called multiple constructions happening right now. Jobs are coming. Are we good in the competition or not? Okay, so what I'll say is that when I was not getting, when I was rejected, rather than complaining that, what I did is that I self-analyzed it. What do I know? What do I don't know? If you can answer these two with proper thinking, you already cracked. If what are the things that you don't know, improve it. What are the things that you know? Be an expert in it. Obviously, you'll get a job. Yes, to answer your question partially, demand is supply is more. But we have come into this field. We have come with a passion, right? When we look into your data, when we analyze something, when we got some insights, that feel you won't get in something else, right? So don't lose the hope. That's what I would say. And put the job search alerts. Look for it. Not right now, because for the most of the companies, there are 3 to 6 months of cooling period. Let's say you apply for a company, you get rejected for next 3 to 6 months. You can't apply. So have some good knowledge and apply. Okay. So let's build. Everything is like Excel. Okay. The whole interface is like Excel only. So what is this text and CSV? What is this text, CSV, Excel workbook? All these files are called as flat files. Okay. And why do we save some files in CSV, this TSV? Did anyone think of that? Why CSV is better than Excel?
More than
Storage, yeah, more than that. Storage is less. It's a separated values, so that it's not a comma separated values. So, so it's not that it's not the comma separated value we can tell. It's a delimited file. Okay. Now text separated file, comma separated file, space separated file, tab separated file, semicolon separated file. We have many delimiters like this. At separated file. So tomorrow, now in different part of the world, let's say you go to a California, they will be using semicolon separated files. They will not be using comma separated files. There will be something tab separated files. So it's not always CSV. So think of this in the mind. Okay. This is a bug in the Power BI. You can't import everything. So okay, let's say you now I just want to show it something. You got into this. What is the first thing that you'll do? Okay, I will not load. I'll go to transform data. Why? I need to see if this data is valid or not, right? So I look into this. Sometimes this customer ID will be a first row, column 1, column 2, column 3 will be the values. So in that case, I have to use the use first row as it is. Okay. Then for example, what I'll do is that I'll look into the data type of this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it correct? Sometimes this will be a any where I need to change the data type of this. Customer name, what data type should be text? Correct. Gender, correct. Age group, text. Because it's a category. Region ID, whole number. And you also know that this 1, 2, 3 can also be a text. You guys know that, right? This can sometimes consider as a text itself. And loyalty member SNO text. This is correct. So what I'll do is that I'll close and apply. This is correct. I don't want to do any big thing here. So likewise, I have to. The reason why I am not importing everything here in same thing is that I need to see the data. Okay. Because I gave the proper data only, so I'm going with load. And how much time do you think that I took for this preparing hackathon?
everything.
I would say
The data.
I would say 5 minutes because I didn't do it. I gave it to AI. Copilot, ChatGPT, anything, be my guest and say anything. I gave it to AI. But I gave a good prompt that it generated good data. I reviewed it and I came up with it. So 5 to 10 minutes is a max time. So what happened with that 5 to 10 minutes? I saved another 2 hours. That is how you have to use your AI in your job. Save time. Yeah. So it will not detect, yeah, I'll come there, but it will detect the data type based on the first 200 rows. See, the based on, you can think, based on the first 200 rows, detect the data types. Or based on entire data set, detect the data types. Or do not detect data types. I will go and fix my data type. You can do it, but it's always best to go to based on 200 because the machine itself funds it. Okay. And Power BI has more than 2000 connectors. Okay, when I say connectors, what? I can connect with the 2000 connectors and get the data. And I can also write some APIs to connect my data. Okay. So I have everything, every of my tables here. Same thing. Like in Excel, I'll just go here. I think of it. Why my customer ID one is not there? It's there, but it's not coming. So you see my problem, right? You have to think like this. Okay. Mine is a very older version. So that's what you think. And you can see some different thing here. It's a preview things are different. When what your Power BI and my Power BI will be different. The preview will be different. Okay. So what's the very first question? So what is the ask here?
Which products are providing the best profit?
So I come here. What is the total sales revenue? Total quantity sold, total property. Okay. Trend of monthly, quarterly sales over time. So first, what I'll do is that I'll increase the tag. And I'll search out the fact tables. Unit price, discount, payment cash. So I'm considering a unit price here, okay? And if I'm looking at any other column that can help me, where? Okay. No, well, yeah, unit cost is here. Okay. So right now it's directly automating it found the relationships. So in Power BI as there's something called auto detect relationships. Yeah, it will do, but you can only believe it for 60%. Sometimes it'll be wrong. Yeah, and that's the beauty of Power BI. Does anyone have type C, Charles? No one? Hey, thanks a lot. Okay. So that's what I'm telling. Power BI AC should we turn on? మీరే పెట్టుకోండి, మీరు ఆన్ చేసుకోండి. Okay, I'll come here. So files, options and settings. Yeah, that's the yeah. So let's go here. That's the inbuilt mechanism of Power BI. We use the auto detect relationships. It will look into the columns based on the column name. It will try to detect it. Now, yeah, but you have to check. Sometimes it can be wrong. For example, region correct. Supplier correct. So you guys have to think whether this is correct or wrong. Does it make sense or wrong? Fact table is connected with the dim customer table. Now tell me, is this a snar or snowflake? How many of you guys say star? No, just raise your hands. How many of you guys say star? How many of you guys say snowflake? This is meant to be star, but this is partially 20 to 10 or 10%, 10 or 20% snowflake. Because why? Because some of the dimension tables are connected to each other. Okay, do we need it? That we'll have to think. You get my point? Do we need it? That we have to think. That we with the answer we can find it out. Okay. So now the total sales as of now, the transaction ID, quantity sold. So do we have first of all the sales amount we have? You need to create a column, right? Unit price, quantity we have. So what's the formula now? Hmm?
Click on new column on table.
Yeah, but what should be the formula? You know Power BI, so what should be the formula now to create a sales column? Then the other answer. Okay. And how many of you guys know board mass here? Everyone knows board mass here, right? The basic, if even an expert will come and make a mistake is the board mass. Okay, while you're writing the formula, you have to make sure of you apply the board mass. Okay. So new column or new measure? Which one can we go? Because we need to visualize it and see if it's correct or wrong. And like Python, we can create a variables here. Okay, where we can create a variables and we have to return it out. Okay, where? Guide me. Well, what should I name this variable for unit price into? You can say sales amount or total sales. Why am I being cautious with this name? Because let's say, uh, what's the name? Mahita built this report or I built this report. Okay. Now I am gone from this place. I won the lottery and I'm never gonna work again. Okay. I'm gone. Now Mahita comes in my place and now it's Mahita's headache to maintain this report. If I'm not using proper naming conventions, proper relationships, proper things, Mahita will be scolding me in her dreams like Why the hell did this guy? Who the hell is this guy? Okay, she or I will never know, but she will be scolding me. So you should always apply that situation can happen to you when you go to a different company. Not just Power BI, in your Python, in your SQL, everything, in your Excel, everything, okay? So what I'll be doing here? So this I've given it. Now I have to return it. I have to write a return function. Now the problem here is that if this is 0, what will happen? No. Minus discount value will be coming. Is that what we want? What? ABS, yes, we can do. Else? So this is where Power BI gives an additional feature. So what I'll be doing is if total sales equal to 0, 0, else discounted sales. Logic makes sense. Anyone has a difference of opinion? Is there any fault in this? Why you guys are looking something like new? So let's see if it's working or not. Is it correct? Someone has a calculator, you can do look first two values. Someone has a calculator, can do it quickly. Sorry? Yeah, this one? No, yeah, that we'll have to visualize it. We have not done it yet. Is the first two values correct or wrong? Let's say I'm taking the discount 0. Now if it's correct or wrong. You guys have to validate even you wrote. Okay. Let's say that we'll be writing everything in a fly. And something the basic things will not validate it. And something your manager will catch and will be like, what the hell you're doing, man? That will questions will be raised. So validate each and every step. Okay. Is correct? Any one value is fine. Correct, right? Okay. Now I'll be putting it up this sales amount. So this is what is this? I just dragged it and keep it. Now this what is this? Implicit measures. Okay. I didn't write a measure thing. If I have to write a measure, then that is explicit measure. Same DAX. Okay. Here you'll be facing some issues now. And it's always a best practice to maintain all your measures in a separate table. Separate table. How do you write a separate table? I don't want to give so tough solutions, but what some of the basic things we can do, you just enter the data, put some values, and give the table as key table. And it will be created. You'll have a separate measures here. Okay, you'll have a separate measure table here. See, And here you can create a new measure. Why is it throwing an error? If I enter, this will not work. Hello? Hello? Stephanie? Okay. సరే మీటింగ్లో ఉన్నాను నేను కాల్ చేయనా మీకు తిరిగి ఓకే what happened? Someone called me and asking me if they want me a part-time job. In this economy, we have to. Okay, why is not working? Because in measures, direct columns will not work, aggregated columns will work. So what you need to do is set sum of. So this is how you need to go. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that go home, okay, and do something like this. Do some exercise like this. Yeah, sum x also makes sense. Okay, what is the difference between sum and sum x? Iterator. It will go for every row. So that's another approach. Simple as that. Either you can put sum here, sum x here. Okay. Or what the starting point I would say is that unit price. Yeah, it's not wrong, but I just want to, with different audience, I just want to keep it slow. So for example, many of you guys here doesn't know what sum x. If I go to sum x, it's like, what is guys doing? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Hmm.
In one board, like I think 4 lines of code.
Yeah, that is called modularizing.
Then it came to write this. Then I googled it. Then it gave me some X.
So that is called modularizing. What is modularizing? You wrote a code first. Then you felt that it's a long code. Now you want to make it the code dynamically short. Lesser lines, lesser execution time. Okay? I mean, that's a good point you raised it writing in one line.
What is it?
Yeah.
For me, it's confused at the
Everyone will be. Okay. 1 minute. Let me see if it's working first. Because this will again, whatever I'm doing, it will throw an error. And you guys go and spend some time why it's throwing an error. Okay. Okay. This is an error. Why? Same formula. I didn't do anything different. but I'm getting 6.313 billion where it's only 4.98 million. Okay, so this is the another thing. When you write a measures and DAX, what's a error? So as I told you, this is an error. So spend some time why this is showing an error. Okay. Next, what's the question? Total profit. Sales revenue is done. Total quantity sold. Total quantity sold, you can just put a direct.
Your region country.
Uh,
What will then make a relation in the
no, you can. I'll tell you why. Okay, I'll tell you the use case for that. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Let's say that which region are we are from? India. South? South? America is from? Yeah. America is west. Okay. See, this overall sales. Exactly. So we don't have countries here, right? Do we have countries? Okay. Yeah. So let's say that let's say I work in Apple company. Okay. I'm the head of East region. That East region has at least a 10 or 12 countries included into it. Okay. I should not be reporting it to each and every company. I should be able to apply a filter, give me the details, give me a dashboard only for the region wise. Hmm. Okay.
should buy? Because I'm seeing the sales are higher. One was South, I think, was more in electronics, rest was more in so now
So you asking a business perspective here, right?
you see data analytics to go and give outputs like
Yeah.
they countries, regions, I see that are products
Hmm.
ultimately. Then how would I draw a relation between that and where I got stuck? Or is that my dashboard looks very funny for me when I'm so here what are we trying to do when I give a sales amount, profit amount, units sold, all that I did. After that down when I have to say that this particular sales is higher, how would I come to a conclusion there? Like, but we couldn't draw a relation between the countries and the region. I feel best is higher. So now how would you answer to that?
So best is higher. That's the insight you already got it.
Yeah.
Higher. Okay. So now let's say as a business people over here, you're presenting this to me. Okay. Now I'll be thinking that why do you think that toys are only selling good in West? So my point of view, I'll be drawing assumptions. Is my toys quality whatever being built or sold in the West is the quality good over there, or the children's consumer is more over there, or the parents' mentality is different over there? These are the assumptions I'll make.
Region, India, India.
No, it's a world. No, that's what that's an assumption you have to make. So, okay, yeah, okay, that's a valid question. So I'll come to it. No, I understand. I'll tell you why that will not be there. When the client gives you some data, the client will not tell every ఆన్ చేసారా ఆఫ్ చేశారా చేయమన్నారా ఓకే సో ఫ్యాన్ కావాలా నీకు వద్దా కావాలా ఓకే ఓకే సో వెన్ ద క్లయింట్ గివ్స్ యూ ద డేటా the client will not give you all the information. First thing. Second thing, the client expects you to look into the data and come up with your assumptions and talk to them. Hey, this is my assumption. Is this correct or wrong? Like when you say region, this India is it particular India? Mm. See, yeah. So let's say that mm. Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? Okay, ask. Go ahead. Okay. Yeah, getting it. Getting it. That's a good observation. So let's say that everyone from a different college, right? What's your registration ID? 21VV1. What's your registration ID?
Two- two-
No alphabets in this, but you have alphabets. So every company will have their own definition of the region. Okay. For example, no, no. For example, most of the time the company will give you the data, ma'am, but company will not. Company, the client expects you to make your assumptions and come. Okay, you have given me the data. In the problem statement, you have not mentioned is it India, is it the region related to India or not. Now you will be raising questions to me. That's the, let's say that I'm a client of Amazon is my client. For your information, I worked, no, for your information, I worked for Amazon client. Okay, they gave me a data. That's it. They gave me a data. They told me to explore this data. Come up with your questions. I explored the data, went with them assumptions and questions. We had at least 2 weeks of calls. 2 weeks of calls. Let's say that I'm your client. You have only 1 hour with me. Within this 1 hour, you will just give me the data, explain the core what you need. Yeah. You will not explain me everything. It's my job as a data analyst. I have to go out, I have to dive with this data, get the insights, and write all the assumptions. I'll have to write all the questions as well. I'll have to come back to you. These are my assumptions. These are my questions. Am I correct in this? Many things missing in the data. Many things. For example, customer one, customer two, customer three. Why it's been given like that? If I am the proper client company, why would I give it as a customer one, customer two, customer three, store one, store two, store three, supplier one, supplier two, supplier three? Why? Why? I am masking my data, I'm giving it to you. It's a sensitive data. Why should I give my customer details to you? I have, for data security reasons, I've said that is first thing. Second thing, there are multiple connecting dots over here. Multiple. That's what I want you guys to talk. Think of it. Not just as within this 1 hour, we cannot able to talk everything. Okay. You guys have to pull it up as an assumptions and talk of it. See, is this data only for Power BI guys? Even any data analyst, for example, what you have done. That's what been expected to be done by everything. Analyze the data, get the insight, get the questions. When you do a data mining, it's all about questions. Okay. If, for example, let's say that I hire someone, I'm giving a task to him. If he's not even asking me one question and he does everything by himself or herself, will I be getting some confidence in him? I am not sure how he is progressing. What is how is he thinking? What are his thoughts? Because then only if I get to know this, I can give a better task to him. For example, Mustafa gave me a question here. Now, your name, ma'am, I'm sorry. Ritika asked me these questions. Now I got to know, okay, Ritika is digging deep. Now I need some candidates like this in my project. I'll give a better task to Ritika. So, but it's not that every time you have a questions, you have to go and jump and ask questions. No, draft the questions. You can go at one time per day. Okay. So filters, yes, as you told, who told slices? Someone told slices. You told, right? So in Power BI, we filters we call it as slices. Okay. And all the dimension things, we can keep it as a slicer. Now, if you ask me how this data modeling will work, right? So is my supplier and supplier is related. Okay. My region and stores are related. Okay. Customers and region are related. Now, what I can do here is that very interesting thing. I can make an hierarchy. Okay. Now, yeah, sorry. Now, what I did is that I made an hierarchy, region name and customer name. Okay, so what I can do is that I know that some of the customers are, so if I filter it like this, I know customer 10 is only on East. Okay, so I can directly go here and think, or what I can do is that there's something called search. I can type 10. Oh, sorry. Hierarchy will not, search will not work. It's working. See, 10, 105, 108. It's giving me. If I give a space, everything will be wrong. Right? So 105 I can search, or 108 I can search. I can search like this and I can filter. This is the advantage in the Power BI fill. Can you do this in Excel? Yes, we can do this in Excel. But can we do this efficient? With dragging and drop, you can't. So that's the all the benefits of the Power BI. Now I have this, I'll keep it, I'll park it here. I can have it in this way, or I can go ahead and slice the settings. I can have it as a drop down so that I can save some space. Okay. But region name and customer makes good sense. Why? What is the hierarchy you was asking, right? Now, what is the hierarchy? Higher level to down. What is the hierarchy? Region, country, state. That would be made a bigger sense. Now, if I keep it here within this customer 10, how will I know which country he or she is from? So can I include country here? Yes or no? But will it work? Okay. So we only have countries in the suppliers. That's the question. Because the country is mentioned, countries for suppliers. So many of us, initial days, what do we have countries. Yeah, we'll pick it up and put it up there. Doesn't matter that your supplier and country should be in the same country, right? So these are the mistakes the people does in hackathon. Okay. And can you see the relationship doesn't work? It's an error. What are the other slices you can expect here? Other things that you want to filter. Yeah, but any categorical dim categorical you want to as a Mr. Product categories as region wise. Do I have that relationship?
Who has it's so high
Hmm.
based on the loyalty program. Many people buy loyalty programs.
Okay. Product name and
Start with an SQL query.
yeah.
Extract an SQL. Just import the
Yeah.
file.
Yeah. Right now, the data is what? Normalized or denormalized? You will not get the data like this. Obviously, you will not. If at all you're getting the data, you are the luckiest data analyst. Okay, this much of data I've given you in says it because I've been told that not everyone knows Power BI. But after only coming here, only 2 or 3 knows Power BI. Even I should have gone with a simpler exercise. Some of them are already looking for lunchtime. I can see their faces. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is that what you need to do in Excel, if it's a denormalized.
They how many measures would include like on the basis of the I mentioned to the first data record that are questions, so measures will be on the basis of that.
So
I could calculate the profit units to
see, with the sales that you create, you can answer this question. You can answer this question.
on this data.
I mean,
What would you think after
I will
seeing
not use implicit measures anytime. I will not use dropping the column anytime. I'll always write a measure. I'll use it.
what
Okay.
what
Number of countries, number of suppliers, okay. Number of stores, number of managers for every. For example, how many managers are here? Doesn't okay. If you are the customer, I'm the manager. For my stores, the customer behavior is different. Okay. I'm the manager for at least 5 stores. Suddenly you see some only from my stores, toy sales are increased. Who will you reach out immediately? The possibility. For example, we have only we have 5 Ratnadeeps here, and only this Ratnadeep has the highest sales. We spoke to the sales guy. This Ratnadeep has highest sales. We have Ratnadeep in IFS Society. We have Ratnadeep in here. Comparing to which one should have been more ideally, which one should have more? Why? No, because that's a residential area. This is the kind of office area. Residential area should have more sales in Ratnadeep versus a supermarket, right?
we have to make some
Yeah.
okay. Then I'm seeing the result, but digging down deep again.
Go with every column. Go with everything. Write your assumptions. Write your build a dashboard. Write your assumptions. Talk with your manager or talk with someone. For example, I'm the client. I'm the manager, or I'm the one who's judging this. Talk to me. These are my questions. These are my assumptions from this data. That's it. See.
But we should get the assumption. What I'm saying.
Yeah. Maybe I missed that point. Adding that point. Getting it.
Is something.
Getting it. So.
Then it would make spending 2 hours, 1 hour, and I would say data is missing.
Yeah. The whole point is to find the data missing. That's simple as that. So how do you? Then you will be thinking that how do you connect the dot? That's the discussion we should be having with the client. Okay. Oh yeah, DAX formulas. I need to build a complete dashboard. Not everyone is interested for it. Most of us want to go for it. Yeah. Okay. What else next we can do? By looking at the document, what else challenging things you found here? So what is year over year, month over month? Hey, are we not sweating? At least temperature తగ్గించి అనుకోండి పర్లేదు like okay, what is year over year, month over month? Previous year, okay. That's the trick. When I say year over year and month over month, you compare to previous month. But how do you write dynamically? Let's say I'm in the 2025 December 31st today. The moment I switch to January 1st, 2026, so my year over year year over year will be comparison will be 2025 and 2026. How do you dynamically switch, roll it? So either that or just rolling average, rolling comparison. For example, what is the sales this year? This year September versus last year September. Same period last year September. Okay, so those are the comparisons you guys have to make. And basket. What do you guys make basket analysis? This is a Python question, by the way. All of you should be able to answer this. So in Power BI, you can easily do it. Okay. Create a table. Product name. You got all your product names. And a unit sold. What should I make here? I got the product name from product table and product ID from sales. Is this correct? To find the most products bought. That's it. And I can put a thing that product 89 has been sold for 20 times. Product 40 has been sold for 19 times. This in Python, what will we be doing it? Yeah. Value counts are grouped by. Okay. So, and do we have date columns? We have date columns. So you can put a date filter also. And you can see there's a date hierarchy. You can either fix a year, month, quarter like this. If I keep the complete thing like this is how I can get a between operations. It's very easy. And I can decide not to have the slider. I'll take it out. Okay. Enough of the So anyone who looked at the document, any more challenging questions? What are the challenging questions you have? I just want to build one page of 4 or 5 visuals. I have to give the rest to you guys. So this is my table. Okay. You can put the logo here. You can put the what should be the name of this dashboard? Okay. So let's say that here is another thing. I only want to see West region's data here. Slices I can do, but every time I don't want to go and apply a slicer. No need. I'll tell you something. No need. Simple. I'll go here, region. I'll put it up here. I'll put the West only. But before that, there's something called bookmarks, buttons. Okay, this is will be very interesting for you guys because most of us will be using a website, right? We use a website. So what I'll do is that
Yes.
first I'll create a general bookmark. You see bookmark here. Create a general bookmark. Next, I'll only filter for West. Then I'll create another bookmark. So I'll go here, I'll put the action of bookmark. So now if I click here, everything will change. I'll put a default value of this. What is the advantage of this? Every time I don't have to select it. Okay, but still I'm selecting something. It's not that I'm not selecting it, I'm still 20 to 30 visualizations are this. So for example, for the all, I don't want to see the sum of quantity. Should I create a separate page for this? No. So what I can do is I can go to selection pane, select this, hide it, update the bookmark for West. Okay. Now if you go for all, it's very visible. West, it will not be visible. Okay. What's the advantage of this? Let's say when you go to a website, you'll be having about page, you'll be having a contact us, you'll be having a thing. You can build like that in within the dashboard. So there's something called executive dashboard. What do you mean by executive dashboard? Everything in one view. I should not scroll. I should not change pages. I just have to click buttons. That's it. With this thing you can achieve. Okay. What else? Something that like any other visuals you like to see? See, a one-page summary dashboard for the CEO. Top region, top. That's what I'm trying to build it over here. Okay. I sell product. Or you can quantity based will be also another thing because yeah, because units, yeah, always it's not that top products will be highest sold products. It's not the case, right? Let me build some line charts and we'll complete the dashboard. Lunch is here or you have to go, you guys have to go home, something like that. Okay. I can feel the urgent moment. Okay. So let me create one line chart. All I'm doing is drag and drop. I've not written any complex queries right now. Okay. Date. Okay. Now I can just keep what do you guys want? I can keep the hierarchy. So I have kept the hierarchy over here. Why it's only 1 point? Okay. Now if I have to go to, I have to press the hierarchy down. Okay. One down will be the souls and month. This is a quarter. Okay. Another down will be a month. Another down will be the like this. So you can still. Huh? Only month if you can take remove others. Else you can put it off with the only date. It will be still the same. It will not follow any hierarchy. And even in this, you can follow as continuous a category. What's the difference between continuous and categorical? Hey, this is the add-on sessions. Okay. If anyone feels that you guys want to leave, you can obviously leave. Okay. I'm just telling. This is add-on sessions where I've been telling you guys who is interested, you can work on this. Okay. If you guys want to leave, obviously you can leave. There's no urgency, something like that. Because you guys have been told it till 1 or 1:30. Now it's been 4:20. You guys can obviously leave. Sorry, 2:20, yeah. Okay, I'll close it in 20, as I told, 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes, I'll close it up. Okay. So what is the difference continuous and categorical? Any issue, ma'am? 15 minutes. Okay. What is the continuous and categorical? Nothing like that. Continuous is like you see the difference over here. Now it's continuous, okay? Categorical, you'll be seeing entire data. But we don't want this view. We want to always consolidate the view. And this table is good to have, okay? So that you can select one product and you can see the products. This is an interactive dashboard. But in Tableau, this one visual, you have to create it in one page. Then you have to consolidate everything in one page. Okay. We went in answers yesterday, I'll close it out sessions. If you guys answer quickly, I'll close the session. Yeah, now we have to write another formula for profit. What will be the formula of profit? I'm not writing it, don't worry. What's the formula for profit? We do have selling price. Hmm. So this is another thing. The sales price, we calculated it. Okay. So now profit is dependent on sales price. And sales price is something we calculated it. So yeah, so we should be careful of what we are calculating it. If a sales price is wrong, profit is wrong, revenue is wrong. So that is how your dependencies will follow in the Power BI. Okay. So I'm not creating it. Any other one visual that what you guys see? So I want to see the proportions. So I want to see only top 10 products or top 5 products that's been sold. So how do you filter for top 5? Hmm? Top end by what? By what? Sales? Let me 5. Okay, I've already built it. Another top 5. Okay. It's very clumsy. I'll put it this way. Any other visual? Now we cover trend, we cover the thing, we cover the proportion, we cover the comparison. Any other? Cumulative. So cumulative, how do you do in SQL cumulative? Partition by. But here we don't have partition by formula. So what you need to do is there's something called row number, cum dist, and we have functions like that, which you can explore. But it will not be same like SQL. Yeah,
YTD is for cumulative.
YTD.
Will give cumulative.
But from when the year is, that's problem. Like from start of the year or start of the year. Yeah, you can use it. So I'm deleting this. I don't want this. Any one visual will close it today. KPI cuts. So we'll see the total sales KPI. Like what was the last year KPI? Is there any drop in the last year and this year? Last month and this month. So you put a sales amount in the sum of sales amount. And what you'll do is this, right? You'll put a target. What's your target? What will be target in KPI? Last month sales. So you'll write a DAX. We'll put it over here. And you'll put a 10 DAXes. Like, is it up or down? That's it. Any other visuals? I'm sorry? Matrix. Same like yeah. No. So in the table, you cannot have everything dynamical. Okay, for example, this one is here, right? Now I can change this table to a matrix. Okay. Now I can add a column of month. Yeah, as simple as this. This is a better visual actually. Okay. Okay, stop it here. I could see most of the faces like, leave me please. Okay. Any other things that you guys before closing the session? I'm done. So any other sessions you guys, if you want to leave, you guys can please leave. I'm here for another 10 minutes. If you guys want to talk something more, like talk to a one-on-one and about industries, I'm here. Others, you can leave. Sorry, someone chat. Okay. Oh, they left. Hey, thanks, Sairam. Thanks, Parvati, staying here.